I think it's going to be nerves to begin with, and who can put their stamp on how they want to play the earliest.
Chartway Arena, beaming with flashlights and phone lights and all those types of things. The pageantry of the pregame warm-up is something to behold here. Got to get to a ball game. And Dennis, in the big picture, maybe this doesn't mean as much. But here, tonight, it does.
For a lot of reasons, Ted. We've discussed the rivalry thing, but for a almost entirely new Old Dominion roster, have some success at home to give them a little push into a tough stretch that we'll worry about starting next week.
And I don't think anything gets a crowd into it more than transition defense to offense, ending with a dunk, ending with a three. Monarchs were awful from three-point range in the first half against Randolph, and that sort of prevented the crowd from going on.
But the one thing I do think, because we have such an educated fan base, Ted, there was great ball movement in the first half of that game. So obviously you have to finish by putting the ball in the basket. But if we can move the ball the way we did Thursday night and put the ball into the basket, I think it'll get the whole place rocking.
That is an interesting point. Monarchs have some tough games coming up. George Washington on Saturday, and it's off to Xavier of Ohio. This game, important, but also another piece of the puzzle.
And I think that's how the coaches are looking at it. You're trying to build to the end of the season. You look at these seasons in segments. You have the non-conference segment, you have the conference season segment, and then you have the conference tournament segment. So this is only the second game in the first segment with a bunch of new guys. We're starting 3 new perimeter players, and this is going to be really their first taste in this arena of the passion of the Old Dominion fan base.
Students are jammed in to the arena off to our right. It's a whiteout here at Chartway Arena. Maybe I was the only one that got the memo.
Well, no one looks better than you in here tonight, Ted. Let's be honest. I mean, you have the hair, and then you just followed up.
Got the hair. Said no one ever. Tonight's tip-off is presented by Chicho's. Chicho's has been serving more than pizza since 1968. Visit one of their 9 locations today. Just think what's going through the minds of these 10 student athletes who come onto the floor here at Chartway. Norfolk State comes out with the olive uniforms with the gold and white trim. They'll be moving from right to left towards the world's largest naval base. And the Monarchs come out with their white uniforms with the Hudson blue. Monarchs and the number on the front, names and numbers on the back. They'll be moving from left to right toward downtown Norfolk. Old Dominion and Norfolk State for the 22nd time. Monarchs haven't lost to the Spartans since 1999. Robert Jones and his troops would love to change that here tonight. Wherever you may be, thanks for joining us. Monarch basketball up and running as the Spartans control the tap, and that means Adrian Newton running the attack for Norfolk State. Devon Ellis has it. High post right-hand side, back to Newton on the left wing. Man-to-man defense for Old Dominion to get things started. Newton backs it out. He's from Maury High School, takes it down the left-hand side, puts it up with the left, no, but he's fouled on the play, and it'll be free throws for Norfolk State off the personal from Casey Shaw.
The foul is starting from Monarchs number 0, Casey Shaw, his first.
The Monarchs didn't handle that ball screen the right way, Ted, and then Casey was a little late coming over on the weak side help.
With 2 shots.
Adrian Newton 3 for 4 from the free throw line to start things. And he'll see if he can get the Spartans on the board first. And he does not. The first one rings the basket, no good.
Well, continuing their free throw woes from the other day, Ted.
17 for 30 against William & Mary. Their last time out. A game in which they blew a 12-point lead with 10 minutes to go. Second one is good. And the Spartans are on the board with a 1-0 lead. They go to full court pressure. Inbounds pass comes to L.J. Thomas. Pass to the middle of the floor. And into the front court he goes. Guarded by Newton in the Spartan man-to-man. 1-0 Norfolk State, 30 seconds in. On the left-hand wing, Jordan Battle goes to Cal. High post, left-hand side. Down low. Casey Shaw's open for a slam.
And exactly what the coaches worked on yesterday, Ted. There was a double team. Norfolk State didn't rotate, and they got a wide-open dunk.
Deontay Lewis hands the ball to Anthony McComb, and we've got an offensive foul there called on the Spartans. It'll go against Lewis. Illegal screen right there. Scotty Hubbard to inbound in front of Leeds. Gets the ball to L.J. Thomas. The Monarchs go to work with a 2-1 lead. 55 seconds in here at Chartway Arena. Thomas bumped along the way to battle deep on the left wing. He's picked up man-to-man by Ellis. Puts it on the deck, goes to Hubbard. Doesn't show the three. Back to battle. He'll take the left wing three. No good, but he's fouled by Newton shooting the three.
And what I liked about that from Jordan, Ted, there was no hesitation on the catch. He caught it and went right into his shot.
Jordan Battle will go to the free throw line with 18:53 to play in our first half. Monarchs on top 2-1.
3 shots for Jordan Battle.
Jordan Battle averaging 12.5 points, 6.5 rebounds for the Monarchs in their 2 contests against Miami of Ohio and Randolph. First free throws, no good, and that's his first miss of the season. Before that, he had been 8 for 8. Notice, Dennis, I didn't say that beforehand. No jinx applied to this particular scenario.
No, I'll speak for him, Ted. No jinx taken.
Second one, good. He'll get one more.
Jordan Battle's an extremely likable player to root for all the Old Dominion fans. He plays with a lot of energy, really enthusiastic.
A Norfolk kid playing in front of the home folks. Hits the second, goes 2 of 3 from the line, and it's 4-1 Old Dominion. Monarchs about to show some full court pressure as Jordan Leaks will inbound for the Spartans baseline left.
What you don't want to do if you're KC here is pick up a cheap foul all the way down the court.
They get the ball into Newton, and he moves it into the front court. Guarded there by Thomas, almost picked up the foul, but no. One bounce, high post right side to Lewis, and he finds McCombs on the left wing. McCombs to Newton at the top, 15 to shoot for Norfolk State, trailing 4-1. McCombs down the left-hand side against KC, turn back, jump shot, no good, nice box out, rebound Old Dominion. Here comes Battle into the front court. Jordan Battle scoops it over to Hubbard. Hubbard, left-hand side, bad pass, made the decision late. Newton picked it off for Norfolk State. He stops and pops a three. That's way off the mark. Rebound batted with L.J. Thomas. Headman pass, Casey Shaw. Shaw through, lefty layup, no, but he's fouled. And that'll be the second foul on the freshman, Adrian Newton.
To go back a play, Ted, one of the mistakes Scotty made, you can't leave your feet to pass. And he got himself caught up in the air.
He was thinking about going to Cal downstairs, decided to go to the left wing instead, and the Spartans had other ideas. Casey Shaw averaging 16.5 to lead the Monarchs. Also 3.5 rebounds. His first foul shot is rounded no good. Monarchs from the free throw line, less than stellar to start things here in Norfolk tonight. We'll get one more. Transfer from UMES hits the second. And Old Dominion leads it 5-1. 3 points for Shaw. Elijah Jamison now running the attack for Robert Jones Spartans with the 2 fouls early on Newton. McCombs has it. Gets the ball back to Jamison between the circles. Dribbles right-hand side. Probes, then goes to Leaks. Left-hand corner. McCombs against Shaw. Gets to the elbow. Jumper. No good. Rebound. Back tap. And it's taken by the Spartans. This is Devon Ellis taking it right baseline. Nice defense there from Hubbard. Great stop right there. And he get the ball out to Elijah Jamison. 10 to shoot for Norfolk State with 17.5 to go in the first half. All the way to the hole. The layup is good.
Elijah Jamison played well Saturday against Raymond Mary. He's got a lot of quickness. Got to keep. The defender needs to stay between him and the basket. That was a good move.
Offensive rebound led to the first bucket of the night for Norfolk State. Old Dominion 5, Spartans 3, 17-13 to play in the first half. Casey Shaw deep on the left wing. Gets it to Cal between the circles, guarded tightly in the man-to-man by Lewis. Tries to get it to Battle. Awful pass, picked off. Turnover for Old Dominion. Leaks coast to coast, throws it off glass. No, but they're going to call a foul off Cal Swanton Rogers first.
And I think in the preseason, Ted, Norfolk State thought Leaks would be one of their leading scorers, and he really struggled Saturday. So no surprise he's going to try to be aggressive early in this game.
0 for 3 from the field against the Tribe of William and Mary on Saturday. But he's averaging 8.5 points, 2.5 rebounds, and he's a 75% free throw shooter. We'll get 2. First one, good. Jordan Leaks out of Phoebus High School. And here comes Robert Davis Jr., the preseason Sun Belt Conference Player of the Year. 7 minutes against Randolph. Hit a couple of free throws. 0 for 1 from the field. Second foul shot is around and through for Jordan Leaks. And it's a 5-5 ball game. Old Dominion and Norfolk State deadlocked 3 minutes in. Thomas gets his way into the front court to our right. They double team him. He quickly gets it to Hubbard. Swings it left-hand side. Casey Shaw stepped on the sideline. Another turnover for Old Dominion. That's their third.
And one of the things you and I have talked about, that's a tough one for us to take when you don't really have an idea of the spacing on the floor. You have to be cognizant of that.
So the Spartans move into the front court. Jamison probes the defense down the right side, throws it in off glass. Elijah Jamison comes in for the foul-saddled Adrian Newton, hits a couple of buckets, and it's 7-5 Norfolk State. L.J. Thomas defeats the pressure and is into the front court. 16-18 to play in the first half. Shaw on the left wing, skips it to Hubbard. Right-hand side, Robert Davis Jr. for 3. No good. Little off balance for that one. And the Spartans make it a one and done for the Monarchs. Ellis in the front court, back to Jamison. Doesn't take the long 3, finds Leaks. They go low blocks, left-hand side. Working against Swanton Roger. This is Ellis. The layup, no good. Little jump hook, no good. Hubbard clears the board for Old Dominion. Into the front court. Scotty Hubbard, back to LJ. LJ moves it to the left-hand wing area. Monarchs moving offensively. Thomas, 10-foot jumper, no good. Jamison, the uncontested rebound for Norfolk State. To Lewis, back to Jamison. 15 and a half to go in our first half. 7-5 Norfolk State. Ellis swings it left-hand side to Leaks, guarded by Robert Davis. Back to Jamison at the top. He's on the wing. Takes the long 3. That's short. Rebound falls into the lap of L.J. Thomas of Old Dominion. Into the front court he goes. Chest pass to Hubbard. Doesn't step into a 3. Goes to Robert Davis Jr. Robert left-hand side to Thomas. Thomas has a screen from Cal. Rolls to the bucket. Cal down the left-hand side. Burrows. Layup. No good. Gets his own rebound. Shot fake into the corner. Outside. Wide open 3. L.J. Thomas. Yes.
Good kick out. Good play by Cal to stay with the initial miss.
8-7 Old Dominion, 14:48 to play in the first. Here's Ellis at the top, holds over the head to Leaks. Leaks goes counterclockwise to the top of the circle. One-hand scoop pass over to Jamison. Jamison's got a couple of buckets, missed the 3s last time. Leaks for 3. Short, no good, tapped up by Lewis. No, he gets the rebound, goes up and is fouled by Thomas. Offensive rebounds in favor of Norfolk State here in the early going. LJ picks up his first personal foul, and that'll bring us to our first media timeout. 14:31 to play in our first half. Old Dominion 8, Norfolk State 7. Now this from Team Monarch partner Pepsi. Pepsi. Now that's what I like.
Refreshing.
Gotcha.
You're fighting to talk over it. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes.
Norfolk State. Norfolk State 5-1.
Oh yeah, so good.
We were up 5-1.
Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
Ashley has your ultimate game plan to bring home the style and comfort and create your perfect space to entertain this season. Score
Happy
big
hoops,
savings
Dennis.
on everything for
Good
your
to have
home
you here,
with
Ted. Thanks
hundreds
for
of
coming.
styles in stock and
Dave
ready for
Strickland
delivery
alongside,
from Ashley,
providing us
the largest
note
furniture
after
store
note.
brand in North
We'll
America.
throw them up like
All
confetti
6
at the end of the ball game.
Ashley outlets in Hampton Roads
You're
and
always
Stock
explaining
City.
notes and colors, and it's very informative in these breaks.
But with Bon Secours,
We're
it's
trying to
never
provide
been easier
insight
to stay engaged
that no
in your
one can get
healthcare
anywhere
your
else.
way. Whether in person or virtually, for you and everyone that depends on you. Through MyChart, you can now schedule and get access to care whenever, wherever, and however you need it. Bon Secours. Healthcare for the universe of you. Secours on my chart.
This is your flagship home for the ODU Sports Network. Priority Auto Sports Radio 94.1.
Monarch basketball presented in part by the Virginia Maritime Association. Virginia means maritime. Our region is home to one of the largest ports in the country. The largest shipbuilding and ship repair industry base is here in our neighborhood. Manufacturing, agriculture, retail, the U.S. Navy rely on these activities, which support 1 in 5 jobs in Virginia. Navigate new career and business opportunities with the Virginia Maritime Association, helping you stay better connected, better informed, and better represented. To the free throw line for the first time tonight is Keontae Lewis, and he hits the first to tie the game at 8-8.
And we need to make sure we're conscious of checking him out on every play. This is how he can hurt us the most, is by offensive rebounding.
And he misses the second foul shot. He goes 1 for 2 from the line. 8-8 our score, 14:25 to go in the first half. Jordan Battle into the front court, guarded tightly by Michael Jenkins, who's into the ball game for the first time. Robert Davis Jr. on the floor with Cal Swanton, Roger Battle, Casey Shaw, Jordan Turner, who's here. Here's Cal, high post, right-hand side, one dribble into the corner. That's an open three for KC. No good, off the iron. Rebound to Ellis of Norfolk State.
Good look, though. Cal did a good job of catching it on the short roll and looking opposite, and that was a good open shot for KC.
Just couldn't get it to go. 5-5 in the rebounding battle. Jamison down the right side. Double pumper's good. Elijah Jamison has 6 off the bench. It was 5-1 when he came in. Now Norfolk State leads 10-8. Monarchs with that 4-point advantage that they saw evaporate when Jamison got into the ballgame. Here's Robert Davis. Into the corner they go. Jared Turner's three is way long, and the rebound comes down to Jamison, who's been everywhere on the floor. Outlet pass Jenkins on the left side. Cuts to the middle of the floor. No one's there. He dishes to the Ellis in the corner. The three, no good. Offside rebound, though, saved by Lewis in the left-hand corner. Lewis, couple of dribbles, scoops the ball over to Jenkins. Jenkins on the wing, back to Ellis, who posts up against Cal. A lot of banging downstairs. Cal already has 1 foul. McComb to the shot. Then he hits it from about 4 feet.
And we're getting into the bad habit again of allowing too much penetration, Ted.
12-8. They get it to Cal. He's stripped of the basketball. Taken away. Monarchs recover. Battle at the top. He'll take a three. Rims the basket. No good. McComb the rebound for Norfolk State. Moving from right to left. The Spartans just flying with McComb. Throws it up. Nobody's fouled. They'll get a chance to add to this 12-8 lead with a couple of foul shots. Robert Davis Jr., excuse me, Dennis.
No, and Ted, when you're getting back defensively, the number one thing is to stop the ball, and we kept retreating there, which then put Robert Davis Jr. in position where he ended up fouling.
Monarchs seem to have the habit, unfortunately, of letting guys put their heads down and burrow toward the cup, and they're getting away with it again tonight, these Spartans. Here's McCombs, an 81% free throw shooter who swishes the first. He's got 3, and the Spartans have themselves a 13-8 lead, their largest of the half.
And he was a good player last year for the University of New Hampshire in the league we used to be in when I was at BU. So again, I think he started at Bowling Green, New Hampshire, and now with the Spartans.
Averages 18.7 points a game, looking for his 4th. And it's good from the free throw line. And it's 14-8. The Spartans lead Old Dominion. Deion Wright forward into the ball game. He's a grad student from Bayshore, New York.
And now we're going to face a little bit of the three-quarter court pressure here. And LJ's done a pretty good job of taking his time navigating it.
Gets it to Turner, now back to LJ in the front court. Monarchs a little bit of a drought going on right here as LJ takes it down the left side. Brings it out to Battle. He's open at the top of the circle. The three, again, well off the mark. And again, it's Norfolk State with the rebound. Deion Wright forward. Hands it off to Ellis. Ellis drives and scores.
And a foul.
Devon Ellis, again, clear sailing to the bucket. A 9-0 run as the Spartans up 16-8 here at Chartway Arena-Norfolk. Monarchs won for their last 8, a scoring drought of 2 minutes and 39 seconds. Droughts and scoring, too often combined words for ODU basketball. Ellis will get 1. He's a 57% free throw line. No Spartans are on the foul lanes, and his shot is good. supreme confidence in their teammate. 17-8. A 10-0 run for Norfolk State here with 12:15 to go in the first half. L.J. Thomas, Donovan Raymond into the ball game for Mike Jones and Old Dominion. Thomas to the hole, layup, a strong move. It's good. He's got 5.
And he continues to use his body well. Wards off the contact. Zach Wiggins is in, and he's provided a spark in the last few games for the Monarchs.
See if he can provide a spark defensively. Elijah Jamison with the basketball to Ellis. Ellis cut off by Wiggins, who's now guarding Jenkins, who brings it back outside to Jamison. Top of the circle. Working on Hubbard. Loses the ball off his foot. It's on the ground. So is Hubbard. Jump ball called, and that'll be Old Dominion basketball with 11:38 to play in our first half, and that'll bring us to another timeout. A lengthy run, a 10-0 run, just stopped by L.J. Thomas of Old Dominion, but the Spartans of Norfolk State lead at 17-10, 11:38 to play in the half on the ODU Sports Network.
When it comes to owning clear, Monarch fans know who to trust.
How's that crowd, Mike Ritchie?
Thank
you.
1996. Bring Dennis down maybe just one tick.
Up or down?
Down. Goals. That's why they're proud to be the official mortgage company of ODU Athletics. Visit atlanticbank.com/ODU to get started.
Team Monarch fans, if your game plan for this season includes buying or selling a home, we have you covered. Howard Hanna is an official real estate partner of Old Dominion Athletics. Howard Hanna is the #1 family-owned and operated real estate company in the United States, with 20 offices and over 700 sales associates and employees locally. Howard Hanna delivers a winning strategy to help make your home ownership dreams a reality. Make your next move with confidence with our exclusive 100% money-back guarantee. Get in the game with Howard Hanna. We'll get you more.
At Chartway, we're not just about the dollars and cents. We're about dreams, dependence, and making our community shine. And we've got the numbers to back it up. Over $17 million to be exact. Because of our members, we've supported scholarships, financial wellness, children in need, and so much more. Because it's never been about income. It's about giving our members and our community every opportunity to shine bright. Let's shine together.
This is your flagship home for the ODU Sports Network. Priority Auto Sports Radio 94.1.
Old Dominion and Norfolk State, part of Military Appreciation Week. Our presenting sponsor, USAA. They're launching Honor Through Action, going beyond thanks by helping veterans build strong careers, secure their financial futures, and strengthen their overall well-being. While a simple thank you can mean a lot, enduring support means everything. Learn more at usaa.com/Veterans Day. 17-10, Norfolk State leads Old Dominion. Monarchs attacking the bucket to our left with L.J. Thomas, who lays it in under tough defense, gets fouled, and they'll go to the line for the three-point play.
That's exactly accurate, Ted. He fought off good defensive pressure and then was able to finish it and get fouled.
17-12. Spartans shooting 42%. 0 for 4 from 3. Monarch shooting 36%, 1 for 6 from beyond the arc. LJ with 7 points to start things here tonight. Completes the three-point play as he touches all parts of the rim with that foul shot. 17-13 Norfolk State. Monarchs relying on the three. 5 of their last 7 shots missed three-point shots from beyond the arc. So Norfolk State, Elijah Jamison gets the ball to McCombs, top of the circle, 1 bounce. He gets it to Jaquel Morris, who's into the ball game for the first time. Dribble handoff to right forward to Jamison. Jamison's to the foul line, leans in for a one-hander that's good.
And he was off balance, Ted. That's a tough shot, and Jordan had gotten back in front of him.
19-13, Norfolk State leading Old Dominion here at Chartway Arena, the home of the Monarchs.
This three-quarter court pressure, Ted, has eaten up time, and it's made it hard for Old Dominion to get into the offensive sets they want.
Into the corner, Wiggins drives baseline, 1 bounce. Here's a corner shot. That one's good by Scotty Hubbard. Nice look from the freshman to Hubbard for a 3.
Exactly the right play. He didn't try to force it up in traffic.
19-16 for Norfolk State here with 10:20 to play in the half. Here's McCombs to the left wing. Gets the ball back, steps behind the arc, fires a 3, no good. Who's going to get the ball? Raymond on it. He tries to come up with it and does.
Great job by Donovan to go down.
Not afraid to get the knees dirty. Here's Raymond on the low blocks, left-hand side. Into the right-hand corner, back outside Hubbard. His second straight three. They get a piece of that, goes out of bounds. It was this. They say no.
Oh,
Hubbard wanted a deflection.
And it was deflected.
Needless to say, the fans here at Chartway not too pleased with that one.
I can understand the guy might have been blocked out that was in front of us. I don't know what the other two guys were looking at. Just the flight of the ball alone would tell you it was deflected.
Got a timeout on the floor with 9:57 to play in our first half. Monarchs have pulled to within 19-16. Are they going to take a look at this? Or?
Well, Mike has one ability to challenge, doesn't he?
I don't know if I'd waste it here, even though he'd win it.
You know, I think you'd stay away from him in the first half. But
do you get it? Do you get it back?
No, if you lose it, if it's wrong, you lose it.
All right. They are going to replay to have a look. And it gives me an opportunity to remind you that Monarch basketball is presented in part by ADS. ADS Incorporated is a proud supporter of Military Appreciation Night. ADS Incorporated would like to thank and recognize all active duty and retired military and their families. Military Appreciation Week, we mentioned, began with the Ricky Ronnie Coaches Show at Grain in Norfolk, the Maine last night. Tomorrow, women's basketball as Delisha Milton-Jones and her Monarchs take on Delaware. Thursday, you've got ESPN Sports Center coming to Kaufman Mall at 2 o'clock. And then football at Cornblau Field at SB Ballard Stadium, Old Dominion versus Troy. Military Appreciation Week, presented by USAA.
Ted, my apologies there. We were looking at the replay, and if he didn't hit the ball, he hit his hand. So if it's just his hand, we'll probably lose whatever challenge we had.
Because the hand's part of the ball, you're allowed to hit that other shot.
Or they're not going to give you a foul after the fact.
So lose, win, lose scenario here for Old Dominion. And we'll see as they continue to ponder across the way. We mentioned the Monarchs hit the road next. They'll be at GW Saturday evening at 6 o'clock. We'll have it right here on the ODU Sports Network, beginning with the Toyota pregame show Saturday at 5:30. Norfolk State travels to Towson to battle the Tigers. That's Friday night at 7 o'clock. Scotty Hubbard, Jordan Battle, Zach Wiggins, Donovan Raymond, L.J. Thomas on the floor for Mike Jones and Robert Jones. No go on the challenge. Monarchs charged a timeout.
Yeah. That's why Ted was right. If you use it this early and then you lose the timeout.
Do you get a challenge later?
But
perhaps.
Seeing the replay, Ted, it was clearly a foul, and he hit his hand as he released it. That changed the trajectory of the shot.
19-16, Spartans lead it. They've got the basketball with 9:47 to play in the half. The top of the circle, Shaquille Morris working against Raymond's man-to-man. Couple of dribbles, finds Jamison, and Jamison is fouled by Donovan Raymond. You don't want the big fella to get fouls that far away from the bucket. It's his first. And that's the 16th foul against Old Dominion. One away from the bonus. Cal Swanton Roger in his one personal foul comes in for Donovan Raymond. Leaks, Jamison, Jenkins among the quintet on the floor for Norfolk State. Back and forth goes Jamison. Just between the circles. Now gets men moving is McCombs. McCombs against Scotty Hubbard behind his back. Pocket pick by LJ. 2-on-1 if they hustle. LJ Thomas down the right side. Layup, no good. Wiggins can't get the rebound. And it comes down to Jamison. Jamison now with Swanton Roger lurking. Puts it up against Cal. Swatted by Swanton Roger. Knocked out of bounds by Hubbard. Norfolk State basketball after a flurry of activity. LJ on the 2-on-1 break. It was close quarters, hard to get the pass off, so he took it himself and couldn't hit the contested layup. Right forward back in, inbounds it to Leaks. He dribbles it out to the top of the circle, guarded by L.J. Thomas. Leaks, push pass to McCombs. McCombs counterclockwise to the top of the circle. Stops and brings it to the right-hand corner. Here's a three that's good. That's Michael Jenkins. His first points are a three-pointer, and it's 22-16 Norfolk State, 8:49 to play in the half.
He was a confident three-point shooter Saturday, Ted.
Here's Jordan Battle. Between the circles, behind his back, works the left-hand side into the corner to Wiggins. Wiggins going to be called for steps. A foul call, bailed out, fouled before. He picked up the travel. Michael Jenkins picks up the foul. That's the fifth on Norfolk State. Monarchs will inbound baseline left. L.J. Thomas will do the honors with 8:39 to go in the half. Monarchs down 6. Into Wiggins in the corner. They double team him there. Brings it back outside to Hubbard. Hubbard puts the ball on the deck. Now gets it to Jordan Battle. Battle goes behind his back at the top of the circle. Guarded by McCombs man-to-man. Burrows back to Hubbard. Fakes the three. Puts it on the deck. Gets to the short corner. Jumper. No good. Cal goes for the rebound, but he's beaten to it by Jaquel Morris of Norfolk State.
And Scotty probably should have shot it on the catch, Ted. He was wide open.
13-7, the Norfolk State rebounding advantage here with 8:10 to go in the half. Left-hand side. Jenkins hands the ball off to Leaks. Leaks down the left-hand side, bumps at the elbow, brings it back outside. Here's a three, and that's Jenkins missing. Good box out from Swanton Roger for the rebound. And the Monarchs move into the front court to our right. Under 8 to play in the first half, 22-16 Norfolk State leads here at Old Dominion. Wiggins, jab step from the left wing. Now puts it on the deck into the corner, spins his way into the lane. Layup is no good, but he's fouled. We'll see who the foul's on, then we'll take a timeout. I believe it's going to be on Jaquel Morris.
And Zach continues to show poise and playing under control, going off 2 feet. A good play.
7:45 to play in our first half. 22-16, Norfolk State leads Old Dominion. Zach Wiggins, the Monarch freshman, goes to the free throw line when we return on the ODU Sports Network.
At Centera, our goal is clear. And when it comes to your health, the best defense starts with a strong offense. That's why Centera Health Plans provides quality care and coverage for individuals, families, and businesses of all sizes. Our members benefit from progressive plans and products, including access to virtual care, health and wellness programs, and even special discount programs. Centera Health Plans is the trade name of Centera Health Plans, Centera Health Insurance Company, Centera Health Administration Incorporated, and Centera Behavioral Health.
Looking for the perfect spot to chill, catch up with friends, and dig into some amazing food? Look no further than Chicho's. Since 1968, Chicho's has been serving more than just pizza. Whether you're craving their mouth-watering dishes, ice-cold drinks, or just want to kick back and watch the game, they've got you covered. Don't miss out on Wednesday's 99-cent wings from 5 to 9 p.m. That's right, just 99 cents.
And we tell them we didn't like it.
And live music all week. There's always
official just came over to us if we could hear the announcement. And you kind of can't when it's going over the PA. That or we weren't paying enough attention. All we knew is it went against Old Dominion.
That's how you win at Checkered Flag, where you always get the winner's edge with every new Toyota, Honda, Hyundai, Genesis, and Volkswagen. Lifetime oil changes and state inspections. Lifetime emergency towing. A 3-day money-back guarantee and a seamless one-person, one-price, 1-hour buying experience that puts you in the driver's seat.
Coming up, Dennis will give us a food line, food for thought.
10. Spy.
This is your flagship home for the ODU Sports Network. Priority Auto Sports Radio 94.1.
7:45 to go in the first half. Norfolk State 22, Old Dominion 16. Time for our food for thought, brought to you by Food Lion. Dennis Wolf, what do you got?
Well, again, we haven't shot well to start this half. You know, we're 2 for 8 from 3. We haven't been finishing in around the lane. It's going to be important for us to be able to gain some confidence. There's a frustration that sometimes sets in that we have to avoid.
Monarchs 5 for 15 overall shooting. And the problem is, Dennis, they're getting beaten off the offensive glass 4-1 and overall 13-8 off the boards.
And they're getting beat on those direct line drives to the basket, Ted. That puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Some of that is because of the switching, but the guys just have to work to stay in front of their men.
Our food for thought brought to you by Food Lion as Zach Wiggins misses his first free throw. He's 1 for 2 as a college freshman. He'll get one more. Second one from Wiggins is good. That's his first point of the night, brings the Monarchs to within 22-17. LJ's 3 for 4. The rest of the team is 2 for 11. Got to buff that out with 7.5 to go in the half. Here's a driving layup. No good. Great defense from the Monarchs, and they're running from left to right. Thomas into the front court. Guarded tightly, gets to the foul line, burrows down the right side, puts it up, but a block there. Lewis got a lot of ball, but they're going to call him for his second personal foul.
You got to like how aggressive LJ is being, Ted, but there's been too many of these possessions where he's taking a lot of dribbles to get to the rim and not involving anyone else. So I think some happy medium would be better for the Monarchs at this point.
But I'm sure human nature says the other guys aren't getting it done. I've got to take it upon myself, but that's not the best way to get it done. Is it?
Well, he's been efficient finishing, so you got to credit him for that. And he has put pressure on them, but I think we need to get more guys involved.
He's got 9. Scotty Hubbard 3. Casey Shaw 3. So Casey Shaw, Robert Davis Jr., L.J. Thomas, Cal Swanton Roger, and Drew McKenna in for the first time here today as LJ hits the second foul shot. He's in the double figures with 10. 22-19, Norfolk State, 7:18 to play in the first. Nice crowd here on a Tuesday night. The renewal of the rivalry between Old Dominion and Norfolk State. High post right-hand side. This is Mello Baines into the ball game for the first time to right forward. Right forward hands it off to McCombs. Working against Davis. Now goes to Leaks, who drives right baseline against Casey Shaw. One bounce into the paint. Finishing is Mello Baines for his first field goal.
And Cal, as big as he is, needs to show some more resistance there than he did on that play, Ted.
McKenna, chest pass to Thomas on the right side. Dribbles and hands it off to Robert Davis Jr. deep on the right wing. He puts it on the deck, then quickly goes to KC on the left-hand wing. 14 to shoot for Old Dominion. The screen from Swanton Roger for KC. Back to Robert Davis Jr. An open 3. He tries to fall. No good. Cal has the rebound. Brings it back outside to Shaw. Back to Davis. He'll take another wing 3. This one's off. He's 0 for 3 this season from deep. Maybe forcing it a bit, feeling some pressure. Meanwhile, McCombs goes end-to-end with an elbow jumper that falls short. Rebound Cal Swanton Roger of Old Dominion. KC Shaw will bring it into the front court on the left-hand side, right in front of the Norfolk State bench. He pulls up for a 17-footer. That's no good. One and done for the Monarchs. McCombs, the uncontested rebound.
Right now, Ted, our shot selection is not what it needs to be, and we're not getting enough paint touches to kickouts. They're just playing around the perimeter.
Well, they're playing street ball instead of team basketball at this juncture, and they trail 24-19. Ellis burrows, gets into the paint, has it knocked away. Baines picks it up, bodied by Swanton Rogers, swats it out of bounds. And it'll be Monarch basketball. Good D from Cal. Or are they going to give it to Norfolk State with 4 on the shot clock?
I think that's what they're going to do, Ted.
That would be probably the correct call, although I didn't bring that across in my call. Inbounds play for Dion, right forward. Baseline right, 4 to shoot for Norfolk State.
And we don't want to foul them here. You just got to guard them.
Inbounds pass, jumper, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Norfolk State. Monarch basketball as right forward knocked it out of bounds in a contested rebounding attempt. See if they can get Drew McKenna going, the 6'7" sophomore from Laurel, Maryland.
Well, I'd like to see him get in the lane a little bit, Ted. He's bigger than some of these guys on Norfolk State. And it'd be great if he could do some damage on the perimeter.
Robert Davis,
inside.
Dennis. Swanton Roger picks up the dribble, hands it back to LJ. Offensive foul called on LJ Thomas. He's battling with Leaks.
You know, that was an unfortunate play. Because of the bobble, Cal started to roll and then got called for the foul.
They'll call it on Cal Swanton Roger. That's his second, not the second on LJ Thomas. And Scotty Hubbard quickly off the bench for Mike Jones. And he'll come in for Cal. The Monarchs will go small. Leaks with the basketball. Dribbles into the front court. Those dark green uniforms. NSU and the number on the front. Names and numbers on the back in gold. Low blocks left-hand side. Mello Baines almost has his pocket picked into the corner. McCombs drives baseline. Back outside. Gets the ball to right forward. Chest pass to Leaks with 10 to shoot for Norfolk State. Guarded man-to-man by Hubbard. Right-hand side, Monarchs in the zone now. 1-2-2, Leaks the long 3. In and out, no good. Great box out by Hubbard for the rebound. McKenna now up the left-hand side into the front court. crosses over, gets into the paint, almost falls down, and will be called a jump ball, and that'll go to Norfolk State. You want him to take it deep, he does, and he has a problem with it.
What I'd like to see, Ted, is to have some ball reversal, then the penetrations. Seemingly, whoever gets the ball outletted right now is trying to penetrate to the basket. It's not a good formula right now.
Well, the shop foreman sees the bulldozer coming down the road and gets in front of it and causes the bulldozer problems. 4:35 to play in the first half, 24-19, Norfolk State. Monarchs in another mini drought, 2:35. Norfolk State hasn't scored in the last 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Here's McCombs to Leaks. Puts it on the deck, back to McCombs. He's into the right baseline area, dribbles out of there. 4 to shoot, long 3 from Leaks. Short, rebound comes down to Ellis. No one's there, he takes it to the hole, lays it in. Nobody's boxing out for Old Dominion. The Monarchs getting lit up like a Christmas tree off the glass.
Everyone's standing around, Ted, waiting for someone else to make the play.
4 minutes to play in the half, 26-19, Norfolk State. Here's McKenna, double team in the left-hand corner, throws it to Davis Jr. Robert Davis Jr. still looking for his first bucket of the year, limited minutes thus far because of injury. Here's L.J. Thomas with 6 to shoot, crosses over, takes it to the hole, layup off glass, is good.
Well, we got to be thankful that LJ has been able to finish on these penetrations, Ted, or would be in a
world of hurt.
We would be.
3.5 to play in the first half, 26-21, Norfolk State. Leaks, one bounce. Baines in the paint, turns, uncontested, and scores a 3-footer. Got to play some D there, folks. His second field goal makes it 28-21, Spartans. Hubbard now, left-hand side to K.C. Shaw. Chest pass to Robert Davis Jr. Gets into the paint, back to K.C. Left wing 3, wide open, in and out, no good. McKenna has the rebound. He spins in the lane, brings defenders back in, layup is good. Drew McKenna's first field goal.
And that's the type of play he's capable of making, Ted, and that would give us a big boost if he could be that active on the offensive glass.
28-23, Norfolk State, 2:49 to play in the half. Spartans with the basketball. Ellis against Thomas, throws it up with the right hand, no good. LJ the rebound after the strong defense. Outlet pass, McKenna on the right-hand side. Drew picks up the dribble, almost double dribbles into the right-hand corner, K.C. Shaw. He penetrates, gets all the way to the hole, layup good, and he's fouled, and it counts. Using those big, broad shoulders, K.C. Shaw brings the Monarchs to within 3. Timeout on the floor, 2:32 to play in our first half. Norfolk State 28, Old Dominion 25. This is the ODU Sports Network.
At ODU Global, the journey towards clear you are. Whether it's day one or a do-over, whether you're following the footsteps of a legacy or charting your own course, we help you get the most from your prior credits in military or work experience.
Jared Turner hasn't been back in. Did he get hurt?
ODU Global, education for where you
That
are
I don't know.
and where you want to go.
We'll keep an eye on it, though.
Apply online.odu.edu.
He's not in foul
today.
trouble, so.
That's ODU Global. Apply at online.odu.edu today.
Fishing Pigs. They have the finest from land and sea. Savory smoked barbecue and flavor fresh seafood.
Celebrating the veterans here at Chartway.
Drinks and always a great time. They're located at 119 West 25th Street in Norfolk, in the heart of the railroad district. For all the details, go to fishingpig.norfolk.com. And remember, nobody parties like the pig.
Atlantic Orthopedic Specialists keep you moving and doing what you love. As the region's largest, most comprehensive orthopedic practice, they've been serving Hampton Roads for over 100 years. Multiple locations across Hampton Roads, 24 physicians, and 8 different specialties. Spine and scoliosis, sports medicine, hand to shoulder, total joint replacement, foot and ankle, orthopedic oncology, pain management, physical therapy, and with their AOS Now walk-in clinic, no appointment is necessary. As leaders in orthopedic health, Atlantic Orthopedic Specialists, physicians of Old Dominion University.
This is your flagship home for the ODU Sports Network. Priority Auto Sports Radio 94.1.
The 2025-2026 Old Dominion men's basketball season is presented by Bon Secours. With Bon Secours, it's never been easier to stay engaged in your healthcare your way. Bon Secours, primary specialty in emergency care for the universe of you. Ted Alexander, Dennis Wolf here courtside. Dave Strickland pinching in here with the stats. Richie Somerville back in our Monarch Game Day studios, wherever you may be on this Veterans Day. Thank you so much for joining us. 28-25. Norfolk State led by as many as 9, Dennis. And the Monarchs with K.C. Shaw on the line looking to cut this lead to 2.
And the guys have been aggressive in the last couple of minutes going to the basket, Ted. The stat that sticks out to me is that we only have 3 assists this far into the game. It kind of speaks to what I said earlier, that we need to share the ball and try to make a play for someone else.
K.C. Shaw finishes the three-point play. 28-26 Norfolk State, 2:25 to go in half number 1 here at Chartway Arena in Norfolk. First meeting between these two institutions since 2022. Here's Elijah Jamison, a huge spark for Robert Jones' team coming off the bench. Leaks to Baines downstairs, and that's out of bounds. Good defense from Old Dominion in the half court.
You know, and they're clearly trying to put the ball inside at this juncture, and without reversing it, that was good defense by the Monarchs.
3-point field goals hard to come by tonight here. Monarchs 2 for 11. Spartans 1 for 9 from deep. L.J. Thomas, McKenna, left-hand side, K.C. Shaw. He puts it on the deck. He'll take it again himself, throw it off glass, and hit it again. K.C. Shaw says, I'm bigger, stronger, and want it more at the time.
Well, that was a design play, Ted, and they emptied both elbows out and gave him a great driving lane to his right.
Monarchs,
credit Coach Jones for that play.
28-28, the 9-point lead for Norfolk State is gone. They'll try and build it now with 100 seconds to play in our first half. Elijah Jamison, a screen from Baines, who rolls toward the hole. Jamison at the top of the circle. Dribble, 4 to shoot. Jenkins has it. Michael Jenkins fakes the 3, takes the 3, misses the 3. Offside rebound. LJ, headman pass. KC, Shaw waits, lays it up and in. Nice find from LJ.
Well, LJ's played a terrific half, Ted. He's clearly been the brightest spot for the Monarchs.
Monarchs back in front 30-28 with 1:05 to play in the half. Ellis hands back to Jamison. They work the weave at the top of the circle. McComb, 10 to shoot as we go under a minute in the first half. McComb working against L.J. Thomas man-to-man defense. Heaps dribbling. 4 to shoot. 3. Jamison now with 2. 1. They don't get it off, but the shot goes around no good. I guess they did get it off, but the rebound comes to Scotty Hubbard, to L.J. Thomas. Back to KC. KC, elbow jumper. Yes! K.C. Shaw taking things over late first half. And the Monarchs lead at 32-28. K.C. the last 9 points of this ball game.
And he's proven that he can score in bunches, and really a terrific job. Those pull-ups are his shot. And when he gets his feet under him, he's been knocking them down.
Monarch basketball presented in part by Under Armour. Under Armour proud to outfit Old Dominion University basketball in the world's most innovative footwear, uniforms, and training gear. Visit UA.com today to see Under Armour's full range of performance gear and footwear. We mentioned the threes. Want to remind you that McDonald's has a buckets for nuggets promotion. If ODU hits 6 3-pointers in tonight's game, everybody in attendance and everybody listening and watching wins 6 free McNuggets with a $2 minimum purchase. All you have to do is download the McDonald's app to redeem it. Keep listening during tonight's game to see if everybody wins the McDonald's buckets for nuggets. Monarchs 2 for 11 from 3. They're on an 11-0 run in the last 2:26, and they're playing defense with a 7-second differential shot clock and game clock. Norfolk State with the basketball. Ellis on the left blocks, throws it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Scotty Hubbard. And the Monarchs with the shot clock off will go for one more.
You just talked about this, Ted. It's been the defense that's given them the push back into this.
14-13. Thomas just inside the midcourt stripe, guarded by Elijah Jamison. Right-hand corner pass stolen by McCombs. 2 seconds. Headman pass. Layup is no good at the buzzer. No good at the buzzer. So the Monarchs escape that turnover and go to the locker room with a 32-28 advantage after being down by as many as 9. James Robinson is going to join us for our view from the bench segment. Coach down 9. What turned things around in this first half?
We just put pressure on the paint. I think that was the number one thing. Stay together. It's a long game. We knew we were going to be able to claw back into it.
And how do you get things going from three? Little drive and dish?
Drive and dish. Drive and dish. That's the name of the game.
There we go. Thanks, Coach James Robinson. Our view from the bench. Dennis, make a note. Drive and dish.
I wrote that down on one of those little pieces of paper in blue or orange. Which color am I using?
Blue.
I put it in blue. Said it was the defense that got us back in it. They put a lot of pressure on them, and then that enabled them to run out and open the court up a little bit. So it was a terrific end of the half for the Monarchs.
Monarchs evened up the rebounding advantage, too. Rebounds are 18-18 at intermission. 20 minutes in the books here at Chartway Arena in Norfolk. Monarchs down 9 and storm back to take a 4-point lead in intermission. It's 32-28, and this is the ODU Sports Network.
Monarch Basketball, ODU Sports Network. And my Team Monarch partners, Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, lending with pride in the 757 since 1996. Centera, their mission is to improve health every day. Pepsi, that's what I like. And ODU Global, solutions for where you are, education for where you want to go. ODU Global. Coming up at halftime, analysis and stats from the first half, plus out-of-town scores and more. The Monarch Basketball Halftime Report is next on the ODU Sports Network.
Welcome to the town. I'm Report. Let's go back to the arena and rejoin the voice of the Monarchs, Ted Alexander.
32-28, Old Dominion leads at intermission. And Dennis, what's Mike Jones telling his team?
He's telling them it's a great way to end the half. He's complimenting how they stayed with it, the intensity that they showed on the defensive end, and he's going to be encouraging them to continue to, anytime they can long rebound or get a stop, to push the ball down the floor.
You were a coach for a long time in this game. Monarchs go on a 13-2 run to end the half. It's all about defense, isn't it? All the time.
Well, I mean, different coaches have different philosophies, but I think a key to a winning program is there's gonna have to be some staple of good defense, and that's probably as good a stretch that you and I have seen so far this year.
Monarch basketball presented in part by Spring Hill Suites. Make your next ODU visit unforgettable at Spring Hill Suites by Marriott, the only hotel right on campus. Guests enjoy exclusive alumni and family discounts, complimentary breakfast, and on-site dining at Monarch Recovery Sports Grill. For group bookings, event space, or special ODU weekends, call Spring Hill Suites at 757-423-4100 and ask for Naomi in sales. It's halftime here in Norfolk. Old Dominion 32, Norfolk State 28. This is the ODU Sports Network.
At Chartway, we're not here for cents. We're about dreams, diplomas, and making our community shine. And we've got the numbers to back it up. Over $17 million to be exact. Because of our members, we've supported scholarships, financial wellness, children in need, and so much more. Because it's never been about banking. It's about giving our members and our community every opportunity to shine their brightest. So join us, and let's shine together.
Atlantic orthopedic specialists keep you moving and doing what you love. As the region's largest, most comprehensive orthopedic practice, they've been serving Hampton Roads for over 100 years. Multiple locations across Hampton Roads, 24 physicians, and 8 different specialties. Find scoliosis, sports medicine, and the shoulder, total joint replacement, foot and ankles, orthopedic oncology, pain management, physical therapy, and with their AOS Now walk-in clinics, no appointment is necessary. As leaders in orthopedic health, Atlantic Orthopedic Specialists is proud to be a team physician for Old Dominion University.
Looking for the
Trey Freeman just stopped by.
Catch up with friends and dig into some amazing food? Look no further than Chicho's. Since 1968, Chicho's has been serving more than just pizza. Whether you're craving their mouth-watering dishes, ice-cold drinks, or just want to kick back and watch the game, they've got you covered. Don't miss out on Wednesday's 99-cent wings from 5 to 9 p.m. That's right, just 99 cents. Plus, with karaoke, trivia, and live music all week, there's always something fun happening at Chicho's, where the food is hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Visit one of Chicho's 9 locations today.
Get ready to save big at Bannister Nissan of Chesapeake and Bannister Nissan of Norfolk. Right now, drive home in a brand new Nissan with 0% financing for up to 72 months on select models. Looking for pre-owned? Payments start as low as $199 a month. And if you're a government worker, you get $1,000 off any new vehicle purchase or 50% off any maintenance service. Don't wait. These deals won't last long. Call today, 747-609-3305 and let Bannister Nissan put you behind the wheel of something amazing.
This is your Flex 5. ODU Sports Network. Priority Auto Sports Radio 94.1.
Halftime at Chartway Arena in Norfolk. Old Dominion 32, Norfolk State 28. Monarch fans, Food Line is the proud sponsor of the Score to Get More program. For each free throw the Monarchs make in tonight's game against Norfolk State, Food Line will donate 100 meals to a local area food bank. And as we turn our attention to statistics, Monarchs 8 for 11 from the free throw line thus far in this contest. In terms of scoring, for Norfolk State, Elijah Jamison comes in because Adrian Newton had 2 quick fouls, and Jamison leads the way with 8 points and 3 rebounds. 5 points for Devon Ellis, 4 apiece for Anthony McComb and Mello Baines off the bench, 3 for Michael Jenkins, 1 apiece for Deontay Lewis and Adrian Newton. Let's see, Deion Wright Ford and Jaquel Morris did not score. The Spartans are shooting 32% from the field. They're 10 for 31, 1 for 10 from 3, and 7 for 9 from the free throw line. That's 78%. For the Monarchs, L.J. Thomas, a game-high 12 points, also has 4 rebounds, 12 for K.C. Shaw as well on 5 for 8 shooting. Those are the other only Monarchs with more than 3. 3 with Scotty Hubbard being 1 for 2 from beyond the arc. 2 points for Drew McKenna and Jordan Battle. Gal Swanton Roger, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks, 0 points thus far. And let's see, Robert Davis Jr. 0 for 3 from the field, all from 3. He's yet to score. And Jared Turner 0 for 1 from beyond the arc. Monarchs shooting 44% from the field, 2 for 11 from 3. That's 18%. And they're 8 for 11 shooting fouls, 72.7%. Rebounds are 18-18. And on the big board, it's Old Dominion 32, Norfolk State 28. This is the ODU Sports Network.
At ODU, degree is as unique as you are. Whether it's day one or a do-over, whether you're following the footsteps of a legacy or charting your own course, we help you get the most from your prior credits in military or work experience. You can get your degree back. ODU Global. Education for where you are and where you want to go. For your work. Apply online at ODU.edu today. That's ODU Global. Apply at online.odu.edu.
Lifetime oil changes. That's how you win at Checkered Flag, where you always get the winner's edge. With every new Toyota, Honda, Hyundai, Genesis, and Volkswagen. Lifetime oil changes and state inspections. Lifetime emergency towing. A 3-day money-back guarantee and a seamless one-person, one-price, one-hour buying experience that puts you in the driver's seat. The winner's edge. Only at Checkered Flag, where winners buy.
At the Fish and Pig, they have the finest food, fresh seafood. They have great food, great drinks, and always a great time. They're located at 119 West 25th Street in Norfolk, in the heart of the railroad district. For all the details, go to fishandpig.norfolk.com. And remember, nobody parties like the pig.
ODU fans, want a winning mortgage lender? Challenge accepted. Atlantic Bay helps you score more, financing your dream home to build a strong financial future with our smooth loan process, products for every home buyer, and outstanding service that treats you like an MVP long after the closing table. We take pride in helping ODU fans. So if a new home or refinance is in your game plan, call Atlantic Bay today. Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, LLC, NMLS number 72043, NMLSConsumerAccess.org. It's an equal opportunity.
Flagship home for ODU basketball. WVSP-FM HD1 Yorktown. Priority Auto Sports Radio 94.1.
Old Dominion basketball observing Veterans Day tonight at Chartway Arena with a big crowd on hand for the 22nd renewal of the rivalry between Old Dominion and Norfolk State. Military Appreciation Week, brought to you by USAA, and it continues tomorrow with ODU women's basketball. A 6:30 tip as the Monarchs take on the Blue Hens of Delaware. Matt Hatfield, Jonathan DeBerry have the pregame show for you at 6 o'clock from Chartway. Then the tip-off, Monarchs and Blue Hens at 6:30. And then a big day on campus on Thursday. ESPN Sports Center coming live to Kaufman Mall at 2 o'clock. 2 till 3 festivities there. And then we've got Thursday Night Football, a standalone national TV game as the Monarchs take on Sunbelt Conference foe Troy. That's a 6:30 Toyota pregame show live from Kaufman Ball and a 7:30 kickoff. All part of Military Appreciation Week presented by USAA. Tonight is men's basketball, 32-28. Monarchs lead the Spartans. And Richie Somerville has a look at the scoreboard when we continue on the ODU Sports Network.
Some things never clear, like trust, reliability, and driving a Toyota. Take the legendary Camry, defined by comfort and performance, with a smart and efficient Corolla built to move you forward with style. Need muscle? The powerful Tundra is ready for big jobs and even bigger adventures. And the bold Tacoma, built to take on trails, highways, and everything in between. Hurry in. Offers end December 1st. Toyota. Let's go places.
The time-honored tradition of rubbing Big Blue's belly, or ODU graduates crossing over the university seal, are just a few ways that Monarchs show their love.
Here's something that drives me nuts, folks. I'm trying to get this announcement that came in an email so I can read it and publicize what they want to publicize. But you put this in there, and they have to send you the verification thing on your phone. So I click on that, click on the wrong thing, and it disappears, and I can't get back to that thing. So I can't get to this thing. I've requested for them to send me another permission thing so I can read an email and do them a favor. Welcome to technology, kids. Anywho,
Big Blue, the official sauces and dry rub of Old Dominion University. Available now at thedirtybuffalo.com and all three locations with a portion of every
being an old goat,
ODU scholarship.
my concern level about reading these announcements has gone out the window. See ya. Sorry,
From golf courses to business and personal needs, People's Golf Cars offers a
what do you think?
gas, electric, and street legal vehicle models to choose.
Oh, he's eating. I'm sorry. He's allowed to eat. It's halftime. That's no problem. I'm not.
Rentals, parts and service. Our Club Car factory trained technicians can service your golf car at any one of our 3 convenient locations.
I was afraid to answer because of the wrath of Ted Alexander.
There's no wrath, but you know what I'm talking about. Those very.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and I don't want you to be wrath-filled for the second half. I want you to be relaxed. Monarchs are playing well. Let's keep it going. What do you think?
Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group. Atlantic Bay, lending with pride. 757 since 1996. All right, here's what's happening.
Deep breaths.
Appalachian State did get to halftime at Ohio State, really just 30-25. It's been all Buckeyes in the second half. 8 minutes to go.
I still think this is a public service.
57-32. Troy, meanwhile, no problems and not surprised so with Pensacola Christian leading 60-31.
We haven't gotten cleared up yet in regards to Garrett's back there, but I didn't see anyone to ask, to be honest with you.
There are 10,000 people in here.
But I think there's only a select few that would know the right answer. So I wouldn't want to come back with the wrong answer to you. Coach Jones seems to be discussing something on the sideline with him right now.
Number 10, Florida, Florida State.
He looks to be laboring over there, quite honestly.
Right. Champions at halftime, 40-37. At the half in Chapel Hill, 18th ranked North Carolina in Bradford, 44-31. 12th ranked Louisville and 9th ranked Kentucky just underway in Louisville. 7-5 in favor of the Cards over the Cats right now. Early in the ballgame. What a first half we had over at Chartway. Old Dominion 32, Norfolk St 28. The second half is coming up next. The scoreboard update is brought to you by Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group. I'm Richard Somerville again. The second half is next on the ODU Sports Network.
This has been a Monarch basketball halftime show. Stay tuned. Second
This is
half
one of the
action
things
is
Strickland
straight
does
ahead
for us.
on the ODU Sports Network.
For the Monarchs, 21 points in the first 17 minutes.
Monarch basketball.
11 points in the last 3
Sports
minutes.
Network is presented by Team Monarch Partners. Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group. Lending with pride in the 757 since 1996. Centera, their mission is to improve health.
Is that intentional of blocking me out?
No, it's Dave right over there with his stats.
Education for
with the added benefit of
blocking me out. Well, I thought I had a face for radio until
Alexander on the ODU Sports Network.
Both teams back on the floor here at Chartway Arena getting set to go. Dennis, you've had a look at the first half. That's what jumps out at you. 32-28 Old Dominion leading.
Well, I think the first thing is KC and LJ have carried us. You know, you have one of them 5 for 8 and the other one 4 for 5. The rest of the team's shooting has not been good. Jordan Battle nor Robert Davis Jr. have been able to get going yet. But what does stick out the most, Ted, is the field goal percentage defense is very good. So we limited them 1 for 10 from 3 and 10 for 30 overall.
Dave Strickland brought this to my attention. For the Monarchs, first 17 minutes of the half, 21 points. Last 3 minutes of the half, 11 points. Defense, it's a lot of that. They start taking the ball to the hole and stop jacking up threes.
Well, and you know, we were down 9. The Monarchs were down 9, Ted. And then from that point on, they really kind of dug in defensively, and that led to some better plays offensively.
Monarchs' largest lead in the first half was 4, where it is right now as we get set for the second half. Our second half starts brought to you by Centera. At Centera, we improve health every day by providing health members with quality, cost-effective health care. For cost-complete details of coverage, visit CenteraHealthPlans.com. Monarchs moving from right to left with the basketball to begin this second half, leading by 4. L.J. Thomas, dribble hand off to Casey Shaw. Down the right-hand side, he goes. Blocked from behind, and they'll call a foul. I believe that's going to be on Ellis. And that'll be his.
Very similar to last year, Ted, coming out of timeouts or the start of the half. Coach Jones designs a nice play. They reverse it a couple of times, and they get Casey going to a strong hand.
He'll get 2 free throws. First one's good. That gives him a game-high 13 points. And the Monarchs have their largest lead at 33-28, 19-44 to play. Second free throw is good from K.C. Shaw. And the Monarchs lead at 34-28. First possession of the second half for the Spartans. Adrian Newton, 2 quick fouls in the first half. He runs the attack. They love the way this freshman has looked in the early going, but there he throws one away. Battle the steal. Headman pass. L.J. Thomas. He'll take it to the hole. Layup, no. Rebound comes down, and the blocking foul is going to be called on Norfolk State.
Yeah, he was a little late with that call, but it was the right call.
And they'll go on Newton, and that'll be his 3rd. So he turns it over, tries to get back on defense, commits his 3rd foul, and it might be a one-way ticket to the Spartan bench.
You know, and when you look at the body language of the two teams right now, Ted, it's for some reason Norfolk State's lost their swagger a little bit, and clearly the Monarchs have been the aggressor.
Again, the Spartans were punching the Monarchs in the mouth to the tune of a 9-point first half lead, but ODU took a 4-point advantage into halftime, and they've increased it to 2 or by 2. And now L.J. Thomas will look to expand things with a pair of foul shots toward the bucket to our left. First one's up and no good.
Newton has really not gotten going at all so far in this game. 2 quick ones to start for Norfolk State fouls, and then one here 30 seconds into the start of the second half.
Second one from LJ is good. So he's got 13. The lead is 35-28. And the Monarchs use the defense to extend this advantage over a Norfolk State team that came in averaging 98 points per contest, albeit against iffy competition in the first 2 games. Here's Jamison into the corner. Ellis doesn't pull the trigger, goes back to Elijah. Jamison, Ellis will fire a 3. This one's no good, a little long. Rebound by Leaks, soaring and snagging, and brings it back outside to McCombs. Back to Leaks. Big effort on that offensive rebound. Jamison, 8 to shoot to Leaks. Jab step to the elbow. Goes to McCombs on the right side. He's at the top of the circle. 3 to shoot. 2, 1. Doesn't get it off. That's a shot clock violation.
Terrific defensive possession. So right now, with them switching defensively the way they have all year, each guy is staying in front of the ball on penetrations.
6th turnover from the Spartans. And you bring up the defense, Dennis, because that was a question coming into this contest for Old Dominion.
Well, particularly forgetting the Randolph game, the second half of the Miami game was not good. And it looks like Norfolk State is now going to a little matchup zone.
Casey Shaw in front of the Monarch bench, crosses over, almost loses the ball. There's a turnover waiting to happen. Goes right side to Battle, into the corner to Hubbard. Hubbard penetrates back to Jordan Battle. 12 to shoot for Old Dominion. Jordan into the left-hand corner. LJ has the basketball. Dribbles out of there. Gets to the elbow. Snap pass right-hand side. Hubbard catches, shoots, and hits. Second three of the night for Scotty Hubbard. The Monarchs have the 10-point lead, 38-28.
And that was obviously a good shot, but that was a heck of a catch to be able to bounce right into the shot.
18 minutes to go, 38-28 Old Dominion. Norfolk State's last field goal came with 3:26 to play in the first half. We're 2+ into this second stanza, and the Spartans are still searching for the bottom of the net. Ellis drives baseline, double pumping layup is good. Strong move from Devon Ellis, trying to beat that Spartan defense down the floor. 17:35 to play, 38-30 Old Dominion.
And they're just trying to match up to try to limit some penetrations.
Battle right-hand side. Thomas, the three. In and out, no good. Cal goes for the rebound, but knocks it out of bounds.
Playing this defense now is what Norfolk State would like the Monarchs to do, to not penetrate and just settle for deep threes.
Norfolk State 1 for 11 from deep. The Monarchs 3 for 13, halfway to McDonald's Nuggets. Left-hand side, Jamison to the hole. Double pumping layup is good. Elijah Jamison picks up where he left off in the first half. He's got 10, and the lead is 38-32 Old Dominion.
And that's two straight, couple of passes and then a drive to the basket. That's what's plagued the Monarchs some early in the season.
Hubbard left-hand side. They go high post left side to Shaw. Into the right-hand corner for LJ. Pass almost off the mark, but he saves it. Shaw left-hand corner. Battle hoists a three. That's around the rim and out. No good. One and done for the Monarchs. And here comes Norfolk State with Michael Jenkins. He puts his head down. Drives into the left-hand corner to Lewis at the elbow. Brings it back to Jamison. Jamison holds the basketball as he surveys the Monarch man-to-man defense. Looking. Almost thrown away. Battle. Oh, what a look for KJ. Ahead of the field and a slam. Oh, what a play from Battle. From his truckus. Finds KJ for the flush.
Those are the type of hustle plays that get your teammates into it, gets the crowd into it.
16 minutes to go, 40-32 Old Dominion. Into the corner go the Spartans. Jenkins burrowing into the paint, throws it up with the right hand and in. He's got 5, and it's 40-34 Old Dominion. Thomas walks into the front court. Battle to his right, Shaw to his left. Plays catch with KJ. Now Scotty Hubbard comes out on the perimeter. He finds Battle. Skip pass to Thomas on the left-hand wing. Drives to the elbow. Back to Hubbard. He'll hoist a three. That's no good. Cal has position. He gets the offensive rebound. Goes to Battle. Battle penetrates into the corner. Thomas. Here's a three. That's way short. And Norfolk State has the rebound. And Elijah Jamison. Into the front court comes Jamison down the right side. Throws up a prayer, but he's hammered. He'll go to the line for two at the 15-16 mark. Monarchs 40, Norfolk State 34. Now this on the ODU Sports Network.
When it comes to clear, 7 Monarch fans know who to trust. Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group has been serving Hampton Roads since 1996, helping ODU alumni, first-time buyers, and lifelong locals reach their home goals. That's why they're proud to be the official mortgage company of ODU Athletics. Visit atlanticbay.com/ODU to get started.
Lifetime oil changes. That's how you win at Checkered Flag, where you always get the winner's edge with every new Toyota, Honda, Hyundai, Genesis, and Volkswagen.
Dennis, I'm going to ask you about adjustments.
Inspections, lifetime emergency towing, a 3-day money-back guarantee, and a seamless one-person, one-price, one-hour buying experience that puts you in the driver's seat. The winner's edge, only at Checkered Flag.
Get your game day flavor on with the Dirty Buffalo's officially licensed ODU sauces and rubs. Try Big Blue Q, Big Blue Belly Rub.
He pulled a quad. Looks like he pulled a quad. That or his wallet's popping out.
I think his phone is in his pocket.
His phone's in his pocket. That's bad strategy. That's why he's getting toasted. Like that marshmallow they just picked up.
Pride with every bite.
This is your flagship home for the ODU Sports Network. Priority Auto Sports Radio 94.1.
Tonight's second half adjustment is brought to you by Bon Secours. Visit bonsecours.com to learn more. Dennis, start adjusting.
Norfolk State's made an adjustment already, Ted. They were having trouble guarding the Monarchs man-to-man. They've switched a little bit to like a matchup zone, and now it's up to Old Dominion to make some adjustments to just not stay on the perimeter. They got to get the ball into the lane, either to the high post or into the low post, and start their offense that way.
Monarchs have missed their last 4 3-pointers. That's sometimes a bailout against a zone, isn't it?
Well, if you're not getting any penetration at all, that's what the zone wants you to do, is to shoot guarded outside shots.
15-16 to play. Again, Norfolk State had a 9-point lead in the first half. Monarchs by 4 at intermission. Extended the advantage to 10. But now it's a 40-34 ball game. Old Dominion on top, looking to go to 2-1. Spartans looking to go 3-1 with a win here over Old Dominion. It would be their first over the Monarchs since 1999. As we come back, it'll be Elijah Jamison going to the free throw line for 2. He's a 64% free throw man. This will be his first free throw of the night. First one, good.
It's the second time I've seen this guy play, Ted, and he's been effective in both games.
2 for 2 from the line with a soft touch. He's got
to again just to try to change it up a little bit more.
Thomas and Battle of the backcourt for Old Dominion. They break it with a pass to Casey Shaw on the right wing. Into the right-hand corner he goes. Now they pass to the left-hand corner. Hubbard brings it out there to Jordan Battle. Elbow, KC. Right-hand side, Thomas. 10 to shoot. Back to KC. Quickly to Battle. Into the corner. Open 3 for Hubbard. Great ball movement, but the shot doesn't go. Leaks clears the board for the Spartans. And they're into the front court to our right, looking to slice into this 4-point Old Dominion lead. Robert Jones' team didn't panic after being down 10. Now they've cut that to 4. Jamison down low. Pass is too strong. Stolen by Thomas. Headman pass to Battle. Too far. Monarchs turn it right back over. 8 turnovers for Norfolk State. 7 now for Old Dominion. Monarchs have cashed in for 13 points off those NSU miscues. The Spartans have 8 points off the 7. 6 points off the 7 Monarch turnovers. All right, Jamison with the front court. Monarch still in a man-to-man. A screen from Lewis. Gets it down the right side. Dishing at the corner. 3-pointer. Up, no good. Offside rebound. Ellis falls in his lap. The putback, no good. Gets it again. Again from the left block. Puts it up and in. Too easy for Devon Ellis. He's got 9.
Yeah, and there's no way he should be able to shoot and miss and get his own shot without somebody making contact and going after the ball.
Shaw back to Battle. Monarch 10-point lead has been cut to 2. Davis Jr. back in the ball game. They swing it around the perimeter to the left-hand corner to KC Shaw. To the top, Jordan Battle. All outside stuff. Battle running one-handers way short. Gets his own rebound. Bounces it into the corner. Here's KC for 3. No good. And the rebound comes down to Norfolk State's Keontae Lewis. Monarchs living and dying, and now dying by the 3.
Well, the change in defense has clearly changed the tempo of the game and enabled Norfolk State to get back in this.
Why not drive and dish to Cal for a little something easy? Meanwhile, here comes Jenkins, the runner. No good off glass. Battle the rebound for Old Dominion. Spins away from trouble and into the front court. He goes to our left. Monarchs in the white uniforms. Hudson blue trim. Battle steps back, fires a 3. In and out, no good. Shaw battles for the rebound, and they tip throw, but keeps it in as Elijah Jamison for Norfolk State. And Leaks has it in the front court.
Both teams are really tired right now, Ted. Got to kind of play through this stretch here.
Leaks decides to take it to the hole, and from the paint, throws it up and in. Jordan Leaks has 4. The lead is gone. 40-40. Fresh ball game. 12:45 to play in Norfolk. Monarchs doing nothing against this zone, against hoping, other than hoping. Scotty Hubbard has 3 threes for his 9 points, and it's 43-40 Old Dominion.
And that was a mistake by Norfolk State. They left the ball, which is a big no-no in whatever defense you're in.
You can tell these Spartans are pretty darn tired. Media timeout coming in 20 seconds of game time. Players at the scorer's table trying to check in. Meanwhile, Cal Swanton Rogers playing defense against Keontae Lewis. And it's good defense, and it leads to a miss. But Ellis has another rebound. His putback is no good, but he's fouled.
And it was good defense by Cal, but perimeter players stood around and didn't go after the rebound quick enough.
Third personal foul on Cal Swanton Rogers. 12:06 to play. 43-40 Old Dominion. Monarch basketball presented in part by Team Monarch partner Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group. It's your home. Own it. Choose the team that's been lending with pride in the 757 for nearly 30 years. Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group is the official mortgage company of ODU Athletics. Ellis swishes the first foul shot. He's in double figures with 10. Let's see what his rebounding numbers are because he's been dominating the paint. He's got 7. (43-41) Monarchs. Thomas in for Shaw. Joining Davis and Wiggins and Hubbard and Swanton Roger. They'll bring McKenna in for Cal.
And right now, the Monarchs have given up 11 offensive rebounds, and the most recent ones here really hurt the Monarchs.
Second chance points, 13-5 in favor of Norfolk State. Ellis, one more foul shot. He swishes it. He's got 11, and the lead is 1 for Old Dominion. 12 minutes to play. Again, three-quarter court pressure broken by Scotty Hubbard. The chest pass to L.J. Thomas. Left-hand side to Wiggins, back to Thomas at the top. You can picture this all along the perimeter. Robert Davis Jr. now straight away. Left-hand side, Wiggins. Back to Robert Davis Jr. Long three. No. Rebound, Wiggins. Crashing the board for Old Dominion with 11:43 to go. Here's McKenna on the left-hand side. He'll take an elbow jumper and hit it. Drew McKenna showing a little something tonight. His second field goal, and the Monarchs lead at 45-42.
And a great job by Zach Wiggins keeping the possession alive.
Monarchs now 4 for 21 from 3. Ellis on the left wing goes to Baines at the top of the circle, guarded by the smaller Zach Wiggins. Hands the ball off to Jamison. Jamison holds it over, now goes downstairs. Baines turns, layup, good.
And that's good footwork by Baines, and Scotty just got caught behind him on the low post.
Got the ball too deep, made it an easy turnaround layup for Baines there, and it's 45-44 Old Dominion, 10:55 to go. Both teams looking for immediate timeout, which will come at the next whistle. Thomas Jr. back to Hubbard, now to Robert Davis. Splits the defenders, goes through, lays it off, and up and in. L.J. Thomas off the Robert Davis dish. At the other end, the layup's no good. McKenna, the rebound, has Thomas ahead of him, doesn't see him. All the way, layup, good! Coast to coast for Drew McKenna. And it's 49-44 Old Dominion. 10:20 to go. Jamison watching his coach Robert Jones bark instructions from the far sideline. Jamison tired, right side. Take a three there. McComb drains one. That's his first three. He's got 7. And it's 49-47 Old Dominion, and that'll bring us to a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. 10:06 to play here at Chartway Arena. The Battle of Norfolk still up for grabs. Monarchs 49, Spartans 47 on the ODU Sports Network.
At ODU Global, the journey towards your declare who are. Whether it's day one or a do-over, whether you're following the footsteps of a legacy or charting your own course, we help you get the most from your prior credits and military or work experience so you can get your degree back. ODU Global, education is where you are and where you want to go for your work. Apply online at ODU.edu today. That's ODU Global. Apply at online.odu.edu today.
Get your game day flavor on with the Dirty Buffalo's officially licensed ODU sauces and rubs. Try Big Blue Q, Big Blue Belly in red, white, and big blue. The official sauces and dry rub of Old Dominion University. Available now at thedirtybuffalo.com at all 3 locations with a portion of every sale supporting ODU scholarships. Show your Monarch pride with every bite.
At Centera, our goal is to improve health every day. When it comes to your health, defense starts with a strong offense. That's why Centera Health Plans provides quality care and coverage for individuals, families, businesses of all sizes. Our members benefit from progressive plans and products, including access to virtual care, health and wellness programs, and even special discount programs. Centera Health Plans is the trade name of Centera Health Plans, Centera Health Insurance Company, Centera Health Administration Incorporated, and Centera Behavioral Health.
This is your 5 Sports Network, Priority Auto Sports Radio 94.1.
Back at Chartway Arena, Old Dominion 49, Norfolk State 47, 10:06 to go. Ted Alexander, Dennis Wolf here. And Dennis, we knew this was going to be a barn burner.
Well, it's a dogfight right now. It's been back and forth. And then you have to credit Norfolk State, made some adjustments defensively that led them to be able to get down and get some transition offense.
Monarchs 6 for 15 shooting this half, 2 for 10 from 3. Norfolk State 7 for 13 since intermission, 1 for 3 from deep. Monarch basketball presented in part by High Val Industries. Go to highval.com for all your hydraulic needs. High Val, proudly serving their customers for over 47 years.
And I think we have to credit Drew McKenna. Ted, you and I talked about it the last game. You know, his first year or so at Georgetown, he really didn't play. This is like his freshman year playing right now. So this is probably the most extended time he's had.
Wiggins on the floor with L.J. Thomas, Robert Davis Jr., Drew McKenna, and Scotty Hubbard. Monarchs going small here with Cal Swant and Roger on the bench with 3 fouls. Hubbard left-hand side to Wiggins, holds over the head against this Norfolk State zone. It's been effective as the Monarchs can't buy a 3. Here's Hubbard quickly, left-hand side, Davis Jr. He'll take it, and they'll be shot. Short, I should say. Robert Davis Jr. trying to get the ball to go down. He's over here this season. 0 for 5.
Good ball movement again, though, and a wide open shot.
And it's Michael. Just don't force him. Meanwhile, Baines has his shot blocked by McKenna. Ball knocked away. Grabbed by Leaks into the corner. McCombs for 3. That's no good. Offside rebound to Robert Davis Jr. Adjusts his headband as he moves into the front court. Saw a photographer somewhere and said, I got to get prettied up. Here's Thomas now with the basketball. Back to Robert. Robert, a couple of dribbles toward the Monarch bench, then finds Hubbard and Thomas. Left side Wiggins. Again, perimeter passing, trying to get something going. And they penetrated all with a small lineup. They work a ring around the Rosie here. McKenna with 7 to shoot. Have to make something happen. They go to the foul line. Thomas to the hole. Lays it in. A burst of speed from LJ. He's got 17.
The ball needs to go into the high post against this defense, Ted. You can do that.
51-47 Old Dominion. Spartans trying to hang in. Baines from the left block. Working against Robert Davis Jr. Puts it up in the left hand. No good. Nice contest from Robert Davis Jr. McKenna, the rebound for Old Dominion. Up the right-hand side he goes. He spins past Jenkins. The jumper. Good. Oh, Drew McKenna having a night for Old Dominion with 8. The lead 6, 53-47.
Just see his confidence growing, Ted.
Took it over, I should say, the smaller Jamison there, who's got the basketball. High post. Now they get it to McCombs at the top of the circle. Monarchs still in the man-to-man. Hubbard's guarding there. But Jamison guarded by McKenna, who's much taller. 6 to shoot. Nothing going. Left-hand side. McCombs fires the 3. Good. That's going for Anthony McCombs. He's got 10.
And those are consecutive threes he's made when the shot clock's been winding down, Ted, and looks like they had nothing going.
53-50 Old Dominion, 7:25 to play. Battle and Shaw at the scorer's table as the Monarchs work the perimeter again. Wiggins, one bounce pass to Hubbard, now to Davis Jr. One bounce to Thomas, and he's going to get fouled on the way to the hole. Tries to be aggressive, break the zone, draws the foul. Under 8 timeout is here. 7:16 to play. They'll call Jamison with the personal foul. Monarchs basketball when we return. ODU on top of Norfolk State, 53-50 on the ODU Sports Network.
You hear that's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes.
I'm calling it so.
Oh, yeah. So good. Pepsi Zero
You can call it whatever you'd like.
Let you taste it.
What would this be if we were at Louisiana Monroe?
We would have already counted the fans twice.
This would be everyone in the town and adjoining counties.
This tradition of impressive capabilities and legendary performance are what Ford owns. And it's why Ford F-Series reigns as America's best-selling trucks. Because of their shared commitment to the mission, your Southern Virginia Ford dealer is a proud partner of ODU Athletics. Based on 177
When it comes to owning the 757, Monarch fans know
they're dancing. We'll say get it to Ducky.
Visit AtlanticBay.com to get started.
Oh, the joint's jumping on a Tuesday night. Duffy doing some dancing. And the Monarchs have a 53-50 lead, 7:16 to play. Monarch basketball, presented in part by Chartway Credit Union, the official credit union of Old Dominion Athletics. Chartway Credit Union, big enough to empower you, small enough to remember you. Become a member today. Hey, if it takes Norfolk State to be here to get this place rocking, I'm all for it every year. Next year they play at Eccles Arena, Eccles Hall on campus at Norfolk State, but we need this to keep going.
Well, this is a great college basketball atmosphere. This is what Old Dominion fans historically have been used to.
Monarchs lead it by 3. Old Dominion basketball. L.J. Thomas loops it in to Jordan Battle by the midcourt stripe. Monarchs attacking the bucket. To our left with the white uniforms, Hudson Blue Monarchs across the front with the numbers. Names and numbers in the Hudson Blue on the back. Casey Shaw on the right wing. Takes leaks to the corner, brings it back outside to McKenna, who's been cooking. He fires the 3 from there. In and out, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Norfolk State. Monarch basketball with 6:58 to play.
And when they're playing this matchup zone like this, Ted, what they have to do is exactly what they did. And then they have to go after offensive rebounds because the checkouts and responsibilities are a little muddy.
Monarch basketball when we continue. The drama's building. Battle of Norfolk heating up. Old Dominion 53, Norfolk State 50. Monarch basketball continues in a moment. This is the ODU Sports Network.
At Centera, our goal is to improve health. And when it comes to your health, the best defense starts with a strong offense. That's why Centera Health Plans provide quality care and coverage for individuals, families, and businesses of all sizes. Our members benefit from progressive plans and products, including access to virtual care, health and wellness programs, and special discount programs. Centera Health Plans is the trade name of Centera Health Plans, Centera Health Insurance Company, Centera Health Administration Incorporated, and Centera Behavioral Health.
At Chartway, we're not just about the dollars and cents. We're about dreams, dreamers, and making our community shine. And we've got the numbers to back it up. Over $17 million to be exact. Because of our members, we support scholarships.
So interesting what people do for a free shirt.
T-shirts are incredible.
Or your face on the Jumbotron.
Giving our members and our community every opportunity to shine their
Or your face
right here.
And let's shine together.
There we go. Dennis Wolf, Dave Strickland, Ted Alexander, and you.
Season if it's buying or selling a home, we have you covered. Howard Hanna is an official real estate partner of Old Dominion Athletics. Howard Hanna is the #1 family-owned and operated real estate company in the United States with 20 offices and over 700 sales associates and employees. Howard Hanna brings a winning strategy to make your home ownership dreams a reality. Make your next move with confidence. with our exclusive 100% money-back guarantee.
This is your flagship home for the ODU Sports Network. Priority Auto Sports Radio 94.1.
Old Dominion 53, Norfolk State 50, 6:58 to play. LJ Thomas leads all scorers with 17. Casey Shaw has 16, 8 for Drew McKenna, 9 for Scotty Hubbard, 2 for Jordan Battle, 1 for Zach Wiggins. On the other side, 12 points for Elijah Jamison of Norfolk State, 11 points for Devon Ellis, 10 for Anthony McCombs. Monarch basketball, baseline rights. Underneath the bucket, they're attacking. They bring it into McKenna. Cal's back in the hunt, but they lose it. McKenna, ball taken away and grabbed by McCombs. They tried to get it in a highly trafficked pass toward Cal Swanton Roger, and it just got into too much traffic, and that's a turnover. Newton back in the ballgame, playing with the 3 fouls. Right side to Leaks. Brings it back outside. Newton takes it down the left-hand side. Has his pocket picked. Almost picked up his 4th foul, but LJ Thomas brings it in unharmed into the front court to our left. Monarchs by 3 with 6:24 to go.
And he's fallen into the category of a local guy trying to do too much. That he's really rushed things since he's gotten in foul trouble.
McKenna quickly left-hand side. Thomas eschews the 3, drives baseline. 1 bounce into the corner. Battle fakes the 3, steps inside for a 2. That's no good. Cal battles for the rebound, but Norfolk State comes up with a basketball. Another possession for the Spartans.
I'm going to repeat what I said earlier, Ted. Jordan should have shot the first one.
Yielding into the lineup. He's got the basketball for Norfolk State. Swings it right side to McCombs. Back outside to Leaks. Now to Newton on the left wing. Directing traffic, says Leaks. Go to the other side. 1 bounce, low blocks. This is Keontae Lewis working against Cal. Dribbling, and he had his foot on the baseline. Great defense from Cal. Swanton Roger.
Ted, an interesting stat for me at this point with 5:40 to go. One team has 3 team fouls. The other team has 2 team fouls. There's been very few fouls called in this half.
Safe to say they're letting them play?
Well, and I think it's based on some of is the Norfolk State defense. And
right, when you're shooting threes, you don't get a lot of banging.
Right.
Monarchs into the front court. See if they can get this thing going. They're shooting 17% from 3, 4 for 23, but they lead it by 3 with 5.5 to go. Here's Casey Shaw into the left-hand corner. Cal's trying to get position. They go to the foul line. LJ Thomas goes down the right side. Pump fake. Banker. Good. 19 for LJ Thomas. It's 55-50 Old Dominion.
And LJ's clearly been the best player on the floor tonight.
Jamison backs it out. He's back in for the struggling Newton at point guard for Norfolk State. McCombs on the right side has hit a couple of threes this half. Ellis swings it through to the other side. Jamison drives, throws it up. That one's off the back of the iron and no good. Rebound battled for, and it's taken by, it'll be Norfolk State ball.
You know, in a game like this, Ted, you got to finish that possession and rebound the ball.
Looks like Scotty Hubbard might have a cramp or something underneath that bucket. He's going to try and walk it off.
Yeah, they're probably going to have to get someone in for him right here.
And quickly, Drew McKenna's off the bench for Mike Jones. Monarch basketball presented in part by Cooper Hurley. Our 3-point field goals brought to you by Cooper Hurley. No need to worry. Call Cooper Hurley. 3-3-3, 33, 33. Norfolk State inbound. Michael Jenkins, baseline right. Looking. Loops it into Ellis at the top of the circle. Works past McKenna all the way to the hole. Has his pocket pick. Shaw ahead of the field. LJ Thomas drives, misses the layup. KC has the rebound. It's shot blocked. But it's out of bounds. Off Norfolk State. Are they going to ask for a review? Or what's going to happen here?
No, I think he kind of came in and out with the ball. You know, he tried to save it.
Monarch inbounds, Dennis. LJ, baseline left, looking, still looking. He'll call a timeout. Those are expensive. Monarchs will be left with 2 with 4:39 to play.
Ted, those are the type of possessions in a game like this you can't give away. You know, there needed to be points put up on that possession.
It was a contested dunk effort by LJ. He had KC running with him. Should he have dished earlier, or how did? Because it was decent defense.
Well, I think he has to drive the ball as hard as he can to the basket and try to finish it. You know, he slowed down a little bit. I think he was thinking of dunking it, and then it enabled the guy in Norfolk Norfolk State to get back in the play.
Hustle from Anthony McComb, the third. 55-50. Monarchs shooting 43% tonight. Norfolk State 37%. Spartans in a scoring drought of 3 minutes and 4 seconds. And a tough night for Adrian Newton out of Maury High School. The true freshman, 3 fouls, 2 turnovers, and 1 point in just 4 minutes. Back to the action now. Baseline left. L.J. Thomas loops it in to Jordan Battle between the circles, guarded man-to-man. Here we go to the foul line to L.J. Brings it back outside to Battle. One bounce left-hand corner, Shaw. And Shaw has his foot on the sideline. And that's a turnover for Old Dominion. And that'll be their 9th.
And that's the second time that's happened to him in this game, Ted. He's just got to have an idea of where he is on the court.
Under 4.5 to play. Old Dominion 55, Norfolk State 50. Jamison to Ellis. Into the corner, they find Jenkins. Michael Jenkins to Elijah Jamison. Back to Jenkins, back to Jamison. They play catch at the top. Jenkins throws it up off glass and good. That's Jamison, excuse me. Elijah has 14 points, came in averaging 13.
And they're trying to force the switch, Ted, and then have Cal having to guard the point guard, and it's a tough cover for him.
55-52, under 4 to play. Monarchs with a 3-point advantage. They trailed by 10 in the first half. Led by as many as 10 here in the second. Here's McKenna with a wing 3. Off the iron, no good. Cal back taps it. Who's going to come down with it? Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Norfolk State. Cal, Swanton, Roger battling for those caroms. And we've got our final media timeouts of the half. 55-52. Monarchs. 3:45 to go. Take a couple of deep breaths. We'll be back in a moment for some ice cream and cake from the ODU Sports Network.
Life gets hectic. Secor, it's never been easier to stay engaged in your healthcare your way.
Is this 15?
Through My Chart, you can now schedule and get access to care whenever, wherever, and however you need it. Bon Secor, healthcare for the universe of you. Connect with Bon Secor on My Chart.
Get ready to save big at Bannister Nissan of Chesapeake and Bannister Nissan of Norfolk. Right now, drive home in a brand new Nissan with 0% financing for up to 72 months on select models. Looking for pre-owned? Payments start as low as $199 a month. And if you're a government worker, you get $1,000 off any new vehicle purchase or 50% off any maintenance service. Don't wait. These deals won't last long. Call today, 757.
Have you ever thought about eating ice cream and cake?
Never.
You've done this a long time. I think that would get the crowd going, though.
Like trust, reliability.
They should have a guest.
I'll hold your headphones.
I'll bet you will.
You're dressed like an ice cream cake tonight.
A good humor man.
Going back to our time in the Northeast.
They don't have those anymore, do they?
They don't have the good humor man with the little truck coming around.
This is your flagship home for the ODU Sports Network. Priority Auto Sports Radio 94.1.
7,951 here to see the 22nd renewal of the Battle of Norfolk. Old Dominion and Norfolk State. Play's been popping all game long. Good job turning out 757. Let's do this more often. Place is a lot more fun. We get people in here. Monarchs with the basketball in a 55-52 lead with 3:45 to go. Each team with 2 timeouts left. Monarchs 2 fouls. Norfolk State with 3. Spartans back into that zone. It's been so effective.
Well, the Monarchs are 4 for 24 from 3, Ted. They got to get something going to the basket.
Here's Hubbard in the right-hand corner. Dribbles out of there. Gets it to KC Shaw at the top. 4 to shoot. KC spins in the lane. Finds McKenna. 10-foot jumper. Around and no good. That's good defense from Norfolk State. Monarchs didn't get started soon enough. Into the front court comes Michael Jenkins. Now Elijah Jamison with the basketball. Yo-yoing the dribble between the circles, guarded man-to-man by Scotty Hubbard. Pass deflected and out of bounds by Jordan Battle, who flies toward Jack Anderson, who says, "Whoa, young man." Order is restored.
Jack didn't flinch. You have to credit Jack. He's a veteran.
No, he held out the hand, was ready to take that charge. 13 to shoot for Norfolk State. Elijah Jamison between the circles, guarded by Battle now. High post, left side to Ellis. Ellis with the ball and 3 to shoot. Nothing doing for Norfolk State. They get it to McCombs. His 3 is good. Third time this half. Anthony McCombs has buried a 3 late.
And it's almost like we were asleep on him, Ted, at the end of these shot clocks. That was about to be a shot clock violation.
We're tied at 55 with 2:39 to go. Monarchs again against the zone, working perimeter. Haven't been shooting it well from deep. Battle, charges, lays the ball off, gets it back, puts it up. No, but he's hammered. It'll go to the line. Jordan Battle drove into traffic. A herd of bodies.
He took it strong. Coach Jones is telling Scotty Hubbard right now, that last possession, they had nowhere to go, and Scotty relaxed and gave McCombs a chance to get an open three-pointer.
Jordan Battle, 2 for 3 from the line tonight. First one, good. 56-55 Old Dominion. 2:27 to play. Monarchs no field goals in the last 2:52. Second foul shot. Rattles in. All 4 of Jordan Battle's points from the free throw line. And it's a 2-point Old Dominion lead with 2:20 to play here at Chartway Arena in Norfolk. Jenkins fouled on the far side, well away from the bucket from Cal Swanton Roger. That's his 4th non-shooting foul.
Well, it puts, it's a low side ball screen, Ted, and it put Cal in a tough position when it was so close to the sideline.
Ellis to inbound, baseline left. Chant of defense from the fans here at Chartway. They bring it into Lewis. Cal Lewis to Jamison. Jamison holds the basketball now to McCombs, who's been cooking with gas from 3. Drives baseline against Hubbard. Shut off right there. One bounce to Jenkins in the paint. The scoop is good.
Well, Casey fell asleep and allowed Jenkins to cut across his face, Ted.
1:52 to go. We're tied at 57. L.J. Thomas. Hubbard goes left side to Battle, who penetrates and brings it back outside. 100 seconds to play in a tie ball game. Battle. Back to Hubbard. 9 to shoot. Scotty to Jordan. Jordan, what will he do with 5? Spins in the lane. Takes it to the hole. Lays it off to Cal. Oh, flushes it home. Cal Swanton Roger with a flush. 59-57 Old Dominion. His first points of the night. Give the Monarchs a 2-point lead.
The Monarchs need to dig in here, Ted.
Jenkins gets past LJ. Puts it up. Blocked by Thomas. Monarchs come away with it. Great save by Battle.
Still a lot of time left. The Monarchs got to get a good shot on this possession, Ted.
1 minute to play. 59-57 Old Dominion. Thomas and Hubbard and Battle play catch along the perimeter. Hubbard skip pass to Thomas on the wing. Back to Scotty. 9 to shoot. Battle to Hubbard. Nothing doing with 4 on the shot clock. Thomas goes to work to the hole. Draws contact. Draws the foul with 1 second on the shot clock. He'll go to the line for 2.
Smart plays the last couple of possessions by the Monarchs, Ted. They've been driving the closeouts, not settling for threes, and they've gotten to the line, and then Cal had gotten a dunk on the prior possession.
59-57 Old Dominion. L.J. Thomas to the free throw line. First one, no good. He's 4 for 6 from the stripe. He'll get one more. Leaks in, Jenkins out for Robert Jones at Norfolk State. Takes the deep breath. The free throw, good. 20 for L.J. Thomas. 60-57. 38 seconds to go. 10-second differential shot clock and game clock. Elijah Jamison between the circles. Monarchs in the man-to-man. Lewis has it guarded by Cal with the 4 fouls. Now McCombs picked up by Battle. Gets it to Jamison. 12 to shoot. Jamison down the right side. Double pumping layup. No good. Tapped up. No good. Rebound. Taken by Casey Shaw. Saves it in. Oh, he was out of bounds. He was out of bounds. KC scrambling after the loose ball. Stepped on the end line, and it'll be Norfolk State basketball with 15.3 seconds to go. Shot clock off. Timeout, Robert Jones and Norfolk State. 60-57 Old Dominion. 15.3 to play. Possession arrow goes to Norfolk State. Monarchs have 3 team fouls. Norfolk State has 5. Draw it up for us there, Dennis.
Well, I think from the Monarch standpoint, Ted, you're telling them no 3-point plays going to the basket. Guy's going to go in and lay it in. You're either going to foul him so hard that he can't score, or you're going to let him go. And you got to be conscious of not fouling the 3-point shooter. 15 seconds to go in the game. They're going to try to get something going hard to the basket, I would assume.
ODU Athletics Seats for Service Members program presented by Diamonds Direct aim to offer Monarch fans a unique opportunity to give back. The Diamonds Direct Seats for Service Members program supports military members throughout the Hampton Roads community by sponsoring tickets to ODU athletic events. Every donation of $10 ensures that a seat was made available to local military groups. Join us and express gratitude to those who serve our community each and every day.
Something to keep in mind here, Ted, is the Monarchs have 3 fouls to give. So it's conceivable if they're not in the act of shooting, you could cause them to have to inbound the ball and burn some clock.
And go for the steal.
Well, you just got to be very careful to not foul in the act of shooting.
Great point, Dennis. Monarchs just 2 team fouls. Robert Jones, 1 timeout left. Mike Jones, 2 for Old Dominion. Mike Jones sends out Casey Shaw, Scotty Hubbard, Jordan Battle, Cal Swanton, Roger, and L.J. Thomas. This is where you want the big guy not to have fouled out, and he hasn't. He's got 4.
Well, this is a smart play by Coach Jones again. He's putting Swanton Roger on the ball to make it hard for them to get the ball in bounds.
Elijah Jameson will inbound deep in the right corner. Looking, still looking. Gets the ball into Leaks. Leaks goes into the right-hand corner. Has the ball there. 10 to go. 3-point Monarch lead. McCombs has hit 3 threes this half. This is for the tie. It's no good. Ball's on the floor. Monarchs have it. And that's it. That's it. What a ball game here at Chartway. The defense ends up winning it for Old Dominion. Final score in the battle for Norfolk. Old Dominion 60. Norfolk State 57. Solid defense down the stretch.
A really smart play by Coach Jones. Putting Cal on the ball really made it hard for them to get it in and discombobulated their entire play there.
Well, the 7-footer's wingspan is that of an osprey or an albatross, and it worked to perfection.
But in general, the Monarchs defense won this game, Ted. They didn't shoot great. They handled the ball pretty well, but the defense won the game for them.
Students here, en masse, 7,951 were here, and they saw one heck of a show, and this is why this rivalry needs to continue.
It's a good game for the city. It's a good game for both schools, and it's great for the Monarchs when they can walk out with a win.
This game show is next on the ODU Sports Network.
This presentation has been presented by our Team Monarch partners, Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, lending with pride in the 7-5 since 1996. Centera, their mission is to improve health every day. Pepsi, that's what I do. And ODU Global, solutions for where you are, education for where you want to go. ODU Global. The Monarch Basketball Postgame Show is next on the ODU Sports Network.
Your flagship home for ODU basketball. WVSP-FM HD1 Yorktown. Priority Auto Sports Radio 94.1.
It's time for the Monarch Basketball Challenge. Scores are playing the game and more. Once again, here's the voice of the Monarchs, Ted Alexander, on the ODU Sports Network.
Live from Chartway Arena on the campus of Old Dominion University in Norfolk, Virginia. This is the Monarch Basketball Postgame Show. Monarchs get a 60-57 win over Norfolk State, and it's good for so many reasons, Dennis, and just to get a quality win over a good opponent, to learn some things about yourself, to come through, make mistakes, and still get the W.
Well, let's start off with it's always good to win.
Yep.
Regardless of who you're playing and what the score is. Then you add the rivalry to it. The fact that Old Dominion didn't have their best night offensively, but kind of dug down, got stops defensively. LJ played a terrific game. KC made a number of plays on the offensive end. And, they did what they needed to do to win a game against the crosstown rival.
What type of victory or what type of experience does this give this team that they can use moving to GW, Xavier, and the rest of the season?
Well, what it does, Ted, and you and I have talked about this, is, this is somewhat of a new group. And any experiences are good for the team. And if you can have experiences like this that end up in a win against a team like Norfolk State, is only a positive.
Let's get to our Food Line Feed Score to Give More program. The Monarchs tonight from the free throw line were 14 for 19, and that means another 1,400 meals were donated to a local area food bank through the Food Line Feeds Score to Give More program. Coming up on the Monarch Basketball postgame show, we will hear from Mike Jones. We'll get you our player of the game. We'll celebrate a 60-57 victory. Richie Somerville has keeping an eye on other college basketball action from around the country. But celebrate this with Monarch Nation. And you know what? If you root for Norfolk State too, celebrate it. 7,951 here saw a great basketball show. It wasn't pretty at times, but boy, it was dramatic. Drama. And it goes the Monarchs' way by 3. This is the ODU Sports Network.
At ODU Global, journey toward
For Dave Strickland and Dennis Wolf, I'm Ted Alexander. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy this with Monarch Nation. Good night from Chartway Arena. Final score 60-57. Old Dominion